I want to ask you a question today. The question is, do you love this world? Do you love this world? Not do you love the people in the world, but do you love this world? The world and all that it is, worldliness. You know, we live in America and the world tells us that we can have the American dream. You know, a couple, 2 or 3 kids, you're married to your high school sweetheart, you've got your college degree, you're making a good living at your job, you've got a 3-bedroom, 2-car garage, 2-bath, pool in the back, whatever the dream is for you. And it's all about you making it happen, you getting the job, you getting the education, you are making this American dream happen, right? So this is what we are conditioned into as Americans. But if you were to go to a third world country and see how they are conditioned, it's completely different. And their level of joy and gratitude is highly admirable because they have so much less material possessions than we do here in the West. And it really is eye-opening. But what I want to tell you about today, it comes out of 1 John chapter 2. It starts in verse 15 through 17. And it reads, "Do not love the world or the things of the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the desires of the flesh, the desires of the eyes, and the pride of life is not from the Father, but is from the world. And the world is passing away, along with its desires. But whoever does the will of God abides forever." So let's break those down. So what is the lust of the flesh? The lust of the flesh is where you get your dopamine hormone fix. It's how you feel, what makes you feel good. It can be gluttony or overspending, over shopping, lustful types of lax morals, and honestly, just selfishness in general. It's all about you. How does it make me feel? All right. It's not about God's will for your life. It's about you. It's about what you want, how you feel. And then secondly, it's the lust of the eyes. This is what you see. It can be, remember with David in the story with him and Bathsheba, it was adultery. He saw the beautiful woman taking a bath and he wanted that woman and he made a way to get her. And then he did away with her husband after he did get her and he got her pregnant. So it was the lust of his eyes. He saw that thing and he wanted it. And it's not just seeing a person or, the sexual gratification, but it's also, clothing and cars and status and just things that you think that you gotta have. I gotta have the bigger, the more, the better. It's all of that. And then thirdly is the pride of life. Now this one is tricky. And I'll tell you a brief little testimony after I show you what this one means. Now this one is self-sufficiency. It's all about you relying on you. And also you want that recognition from other people. It's also wanting the applause of other people, wanting people to accept you. You might be people pleasing, or the status also of people coming, seeing you in a certain light. All right. And also it can be the one-up mentality where like you got that guy at work who takes his wife to an annual vacation and maybe they go to the Caribbean or Cabo or Hawaii or wherever. And every time they come to work with all their little stories, you got to one-up them. You're like, oh, well, my family and we went to the Caribbean last summer. It was not a big deal, right? Whatever your story is. But it's all about wanting people to see you through a certain lens, that pride of self-sufficiency. And I'll give you an example of one of my own situations years ago. I didn't realize I was walking in this pride of life because I was a single parent. And this has been a lot of years ago now, when I was working 2 jobs, and I thought, I have to take care of these kids. If I don't work 2 jobs, they're not going to eat. I don't have any other ways to provide for them. And so that was my justification. And the Lord came to me and he said, that's the pride of life. And I was highly offended at the point. And I remember going, excuse me? How is that pride? How is that prideful to take care of these kids? Who else is going to take care of them? And he said, I will. It was a tremendous lesson that I had to learn about doing things God's way, allowing him to be the one that I am looking for that sufficiency in. He's my provider. He's enough. He is the one who's going to take care of me. Now, I'm not promoting, you just not working or anything like that, or laziness. But it was the idea of not being self-reliant. It was God-reliant. We're relying on God instead of ourselves. That's the point. And so in any of these areas today, it's easy for us to veer off to one side or another in any of these 3 areas. But I want you to ask yourself honestly, do I struggle in any of these areas? The lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, the lust or the pride of life. Do you struggle in any of these areas? Because if we're honest with ourselves, we can hear God's voice more clearly because we're not pretending that we don't struggle with these things. Okay, so if you struggle with it, just admit it and move on. Most of the time when God is speaking to us, there's all these different seasons that we go through, and he wants you to learn a lesson. So the quicker you can say, I struggle with that, the sooner you can learn your lesson that he wants you to learn. And we all have lessons to learn. So I want you to be thinking about this week, these 3 areas, and bringing them to the Lord in prayer and asking him to create in you a clean heart, to renew a right spirit within you, to bring you to a place where you rely upon him first. He is your sufficiency. And as you do, he will meet you right there. And the voice of God will not condemn you, but he will correct you. He will correct you without saying you're an idiot and I can't believe you did that. He's going to correct you by telling you you need to change in this area or you need to work on this. One is from a place of love. The other is just the devil. The devil condemns. God does not condemn. So if you are hearing this message today, you have homework to do. We all have something to learn from the Lord. Our lives as Christians on this earth is to become more and more like Christ every day. And that's why we have to immerse ourselves in the Word of God. Every day, you have to devour God's words so that you know what he says your life should be like. So if you don't know Christ today, I want to give you an opportunity to know him, to receive him, and to surrender yourself to him. Because until you surrender, you are never going to know the fruitfulness of salvation, the beauty of walking with the Lord. And not only that, but the Bible tells us that at the end of our lives, if we do not surrender our lives to Jesus Christ, there is a judgment coming, the white throne judgment. And the only people who are not going to face that white throne judgment are those who have surrendered to Christ, the children of God. You must be born again into his spirit. And so today, if you want to make that decision, I want you to email me at info@randytafoyaministries.org so I can pray for you. And if you need prayer for anything else, go ahead and email that as well. And I want to say thank you to those who always watch these videos. Share this video. Someone needs to hear about Jesus. Someone needs to hear the word of God. And someone needs to be encouraged in their walk with the Lord. So come and follow me on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And I'll see you on my next video.